What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. And today I am looking dry out here, man. I need to get some more Drew oil, man. Shout out to Q, man, because he providing the essentials for this beautiful hair of mine, but I'm not taking care of it, so I need to get some of that Drew oil. Okay, so before I get started with this video, I just want to say that this video is sponsored by me, Bluprint 1LE, man. So be sure, if you want to support the channel, be sure to go ahead and check out my site, buy some merch over there, or if you don't want to do nothing like that, there's super thanks right down here in the comment section. But we're gonna jump straight into this video because I know people love making content about these cars, pulling power out of these LT1 engines, these LT engines in general, I should say that. But now I'm just gonna make this video on like what is the most powerful V8 engines that's out there for mankind, man. And we're just gonna jump straight into the first one. We're gonna talk about the elephant in the room. Y'all like how I did that, the elephant in the room? No, we're gonna talk about the Hellephant that's in the room, that's provided by Dodge, which is a direct injection Hellephant A170 or whatever. That is coming out the factory pushing 1100 horsepower, man. So if that's something to come out this year, Dodge has not made no official pricing for it, but it looks like, according to Dodge, that is going to be used for like custom street cars. That's from the 1970s, I believe. So y'all know I don't know too much about it, but after reading up on it, that sounds pretty good. And it's crazy that they're making this out of an internal combustion engines. As of now, we are in that era where people just loving the electric cars and the power they come out with. For example, like the GMC from a truck that's making like 1,000 horsepower, and like, I could be wrong, like I can't remember that. It's just absurd just to hear about that coming with the type of horsepower they're making on the electric cars. And the Tesla Plaid is making 1,000 easy, that people are just loving. So that's just crazy. But now, with that being said, that's the first most powerful V8 American, that's what I'm just referring to, American engines that's out today. The second one that we have known is by Shelby. Now, we all know how much the Kobo make. It's the same engine I'm referring to now. So when Camaro first came out, it came out with 572 cubic inches, and the power that makes is 730 horsepower, if I remember correctly, which is crazy coming out the Kobo that everybody loves, and that's running 9s. But so that's the second engine. But also the third engine that came out with from Chevy, then they just released that with the ZZ632, and the numbers that GM put on the side of the car is the cubic inches, and that is the most highly rated, naturally aspirated engine coming out of GM that's making 1,004 horsepower, and that is specifically for the hardcore drag racers, man. And GM, I believe it or not, they have that crate engine being listed as like $40,000, man, which is crazy, man, because yeah, K-Tech got something similar to their build, which is like it's a 427 LT1 street attack, and depending on what type of manifold you put on there, I think with the MSD it makes about 730 horsepower, and I think if you want like a highly high ram, it made about like 800. So K-Tech is just 200 horsepower underneath there, but coming out the factory for the same price, you're getting 1,004 horsepower out of GM. So just going down the list, you know, I talked about the Hellephant, I talked about the ZZ532 coming out from GM, the 572, and then I just talked about the 632 coming from GM. Now, last but not least, which nothing to be, and it's not really last on this list, but it's just, I'm just going in the order way my mind think, and that is the Predator V8 coming out from Ford, man. Now, that car, that motor, I should say, the Predator V8 is the motor that everybody tends to love right now, and that is in the GT500 as we speak. So if you want it with the whole car and the shell coming from Ford, they'll charge you $75K, and that's minus in markup. I'm just give you guys MSRP, but if you just want the engine itself, man, it's gonna cost you about $30K just to get that motor directly from Ford. If you want that same GT500 motor. So like that, man, that's what I want to share with you guys, just a video going over that, because that Predator makes about 760 horsepower, man, and that's just crazy. Just talking about the powers that we are living in, the horsepower range that we're talking about, motors that the factories are making. Usually people build these type of motors and add NOS and like big turbos and stuff like that, and these are just coming out the factory, whether it's super awesome. I feel like that. And not Ford, Dodge also have like where you can buy the Hellcat, the crate engine. I think they still doing that, but you can buy the crate engine that they just announced, like I think last year, where you can build like whatever type of Dodge Challenger, Hellcat with the motor surrounding the car, whatever, inside and out. It'll be a little bit more, but I mean, I feel like you just rather buy it out the factory, man. But that's gonna wrap this video up, man. I just want to share with you guys like what is the most powerful V8 engines that we know as of today. That's probably, I'm not gonna say that's not attainable to the consumer, but is attainable for the consumer who are interested in getting high horsepower cars. So going back down the list again, we're talking about the Hellephant. We're talking about the 2 Kobo engines that Chevrolet announced that came in the Kobo Camaros. And last but not least, we're talking about the GT500 Predator V8 supercharged engine, man. So if you guys like videos like this, be sure to hit that like button, be sure to subscribe, and also don't forget to follow the MOC, man, if you like content like this, man. That's 100 Gang Nate, Race Car Friends, and Q the Chaotic. So I'll see you guys in the next video.